Okay. So, dear assistant, I'm very sorry because we have some technical issue. So I have to disconnect and come back again. So, so I have to make it a little bit shorter now because our time is already up. So I was saying that our approach is to develop a cross-border cooperation initiative to stabilize Africa fragile border zone through a nexus security development approach. So what we do is to try to encourage a simple solution developed by community themselves and adapt to their node, to their need, and also their area. So we help them technically to conceptualize and promote this kind of solution. With this simple solution, we are participating to Paris Peace Forum with the aim to spread the word that the nexus security development has a real impact and cost relatively low, that and the good local governance fully also contribute to the global governance. So this project also allow us to reach this kind of the results, the following results. And so at the border between Nigeria and Niger, we have been able to establish 9 units of solar power borehole that enable access of 40 people and 80,000 cattle. 80,000 cattle, and the access of water reduce the clashes between community and also between the state agency. So we try to build the trust and confidence between the two entities, and the joint interest also of this project has increased the relationship between the two entities, and the socio-economic activity that has been developed in this through around this infrastructure have empowered women socio-economic activities, and also we try to reduce the risk for youth to join the criminal group, and also to restore the security through the regular interaction between state agency and also the community. So the water points are used as the data collection and intelligence sharing collection between community and state agency. So the next step for our project is to make sure that the nexus security and development is a reality, and more in the more vulnerable border areas in Africa, and that this simple infrastructure can be used to strengthen the security in these fragile areas. We are trying also to engage the REX, the regional economic organization, and also the local entrepreneurs and businesses to invest in this area. And also we want to use a forum like Paris Peace Forum, a platform like Paris Peace Forum, to bring the discourse that the local governance to the global scene, that the local security impact the regional and global security. So I'm not sure that we have enough time again. So let me have a short time for the question, the Q&A. So can you just send me the question so that I can we can interact with our followers. So we have a question that that we measure the social cohesion benefit of the different of those different. Yes, we try to. So like I was saying that this infrastructure have really impact on the social cohesion between the border community, as the clashes between farmers and herders, and also the clashes around the competition around the natural resources are really reduced in this zone. And also the banditry in this zone also has been reduced because youth are less engaged in this kind of wrong activity at the border. So about the replicability and the lesson learned across this Africa continent, I think so we try to really strengthen the engagement of community. And since we have tried to conceptualize this kind of infrastructure, I think it's very easier. And currently we have already engaged ECOWAS to try to do the same project at the border. And for instance, currently we have developed the same activity around Benin and Nigeria, Benin, Niger, and Benin, Togo, and also Benin and Burkina Faso. So meaning that we are trying also to spread this concept of nexus approach security and development. So the difficult situation that we face during the implementation of this project is the contribution, to collect the contribution of the local population, because we insist that this project, to guarantee the ownership of the project, the local population must contribute. So it takes a lot of meeting to organize them and make sure that they can contribute even physically and with also their own money to implement the project. And currently, for instance, there is one village called at the border between Zamfara, and they have been able to build their own borehole through the economic income that they earn from from the project that we implement at this border. So. No, I think it's not the what we focus on water because when we did the need assessment in at the border between Nigeria and Niger, so this was the need that has emerged with the population, with the border population. For instance, at the border between Benin and Niger, we focus on other projects. For instance, farming and all that. So we discuss with local population, and based on the needs that are expressed by the border population, and we try to support it. Yes, yes. I think we try to, like we said, we try to guarantee that the functionality of the water. For instance, the technical, all the villages, we select some villages, and we firstly, when we drill this kind of, we establish this kind of infrastructure, we have to install a committee, the management committee of the water, and within this management committee of the water, there is a technical committee. Those technical committees are trained on how to maintain the water system, and after the access to the water is they have to pay a little bit money. Then this money are used to maintain and also to maintain the infrastructure. Yes, the village, the community organize themselves and also to collect their contribution. Yes, yes. Yes, I think what we are trying to do is to adapt this, because I know the border zones are too different. The reality are not the same everywhere, and we are trying to adapt the situation based on the context, the fragility context of each border zone and each community. So based on that, we try to reconceptualize and try to adapt our concept this nexus and security development based on the community needs and also the reality of the community at that in this particular zone. Yes, I think regarding the challenges, I can come back again on the challenges. So I was saying that it's not easy to even at the country level to try to organize community across along the jointly use of the borders. So so it takes a lot of meetings and to organize the community, and so to gently share to gently use this infrastructure So also, and the law, for instance, the water law is not the same in that country. So this have to be harmonized, and also this was also some challenges that we face, and the security challenges also for the people that are going to drill those infrastructure also was a challenges. So this project is not implemented in Boko Haram, the area of Boko Haram, and but with the lesson we learned, despite that there was a little security challenge in this area, but the engagement of community is a key, a key for the implementation of this kind of infrastructure in fragile border zone. As if the community are engaged, as the recruitment of the of Boko Haram militants even are coming out from those communities, I think we can implement the project based on the community engagement. Because, for instance, what we did, all the equipment, the heavy equipment, we send the heavy equipment in the nearer border zone, border town, and so the community organize themselves and assure the transportation of the equipment at the border zone. So that's why I think the community engagement is the key factor. So I'm not seeing another question. So Ashaya, do you have more questions? Or can you hear me? So I think the principle that can be applied for the large to scale up this kind of project is is, like I said, is community engagement. Because in the fragile zone, if you are investing and the community cannot take the ownership of the project, you can invest. I think you are investing in the blank areas. So so what we are trying to do is really to sensitize the population and engage them and make sure that they can also connect. They can they can manage this infrastructure in a durability manner. So I think this is the key to invest in this fragile area. Yes, the water is not a source of conflict in border region. No, what we are trying to do, the concept here is to try to connect, Zamfara zone, for instance, was one of the area where the access to the water is very low across, for instance, Nigeria. So I think that's why this water project has been selected, and our concept through this concept is we try to to connect security agency and security agency needs and also the community needs, how they can interlink, and how also we can sustain the social cohesion across the border. So how Germany is supporting this project concretely, we are bringing, for instance, we are recruiting the companies. We fund all the heavy equipment, and the community also contribute with, for instance, the aggregates and all that. This is how the Germany is also contributed to this project, and we funding the sensitization project, and this community engagement forum. We are trying to organize it. This is funding by Germany. I think the main challenge that Germany is trying to connect here is to build the social cohesion across the border and to build on this kind of small and basic infrastructure and strength and build peace across the border. I think the international, the other international avenue in terms of cooperation on this project is to try to strengthen the local governance, where we cultivate peace across those fragile border zones. And based on the particular context of every borders, so we try to adapt a simple solution where we build and strengthen social cohesion across the border. And we think that at this, if we bring peace at local through local border governance, we can bring also peace globally and also across the region. I think there is no more question, and I think also our time. Yes, I'm getting sign that the time is up. And we are so sorry for the technical problem. So we still have a last question. So the project has already started. So all the infrastructure, the 9 infrastructure has been already built, and the concept is already here. And we are now at the stage to scale up the project. This concept of nexus approach to secure security and development across the border and bring social cohesion through this kind of basic infrastructure at the border. So depending on the project, so this kind of, for instance, the project that we implement, the water project, from the community engagement, the identification of need, and the implementation of the project, it can take, let's say, around 3 months, 3 months of projects, depending on the security context of the region. And also how the relationship between the border community. If the relationship between the border community is not too tense, I think the project can be implemented within, yes, 3 or 2 months. Okay, thank you very much.